Thank you, Chuck. So hello, everyone, and welcome to my talk from query to cubes, visualizing search in a 3D voxel world. So I admit that this title might be a bit too long, so let's just call it search in a 3D world, which is, it matches more what I'm about to talk about. So first, a little introduction about me. My name is Luca Bonomi. I've been working at Algolia for 9 years and a half now. I'm a senior developer relation engineer at Algolia, but let's call it DevRel for short. And as I said, I used to be a front-end developer here at Algolia, but I prefer the term dev designer because I have this passion for like well-made UIs, interactive elements, and everything that goes around like beautiful buttons, beautiful interfaces, playful interfaces. And I like to push a bit what the web can do today, and I like to think out of the box. You can find a lot of my demos on my CodePen, codepen.io/luckybg. And so some information about my background. So as a developer relation engineer, a part of my job is to make demos of Algolia. And I like to take Algolia products and to transform them into more creative way of interacting with Algolia. A few years ago, I've been working on this project called Airplace with Algolia. It doesn't have really a name. So if you're not familiar with Airplace, it's a collaborative canvas where people can go and draw together in real time. And so that's exactly what this project did with Algolia. So here, what you can see, it's the result of a collaborative drawing made by a lot of people at Algolia during a presentation. And you have to understand that what you see on the screen, every pixel is a it, and every it got one attribute, which is a color. So I won't expand that much on this project, but if you're interested about this project, I've wrote a blog post about it on our blog at Algolia. So just go on algolia.com/blog and look for how I recreated Airplace with Algolia. So I like pixels so much that last year I did another project with Algolia about pixels. I created this system where I could save small video clips inside an Algolia index. So basically, you have a big array of pixels, and when it's resized to the proper size, it actually becomes a frame or an image. And in my index, I have groups of 100 frames that you can play, you can pause them, you can visit them with a slider from it1 to it(x), and you can actually replay a video. So you got it. I really like pixels, and the logical suite to a pixel was for me to work on Voxel. So if you don't know what a voxel is, voxel, as it says in the voxel page of Wikipedia page, in computing, a voxel is a representation of a value on the three-dimensional regular grid akin to the two-dimensional pixel. So this image might help you understand what a voxel is. On the left, you have a pixel, regular pixel. It's flat. It's just a tiny dot on a grid, tiny square on a grid. But if you turn this into a three-dimensional model, a voxel is like a pixel is in 2D, but in 3D. With that in mind, let me introduce you to my project that I called AlgoCraft. So what is AlgoCraft? AlgoCraft is a mix of Algolia and Minecraft. For obvious reasons, I haven't used Minecraft for my talk because I thought that, I don't know, it might have some copyright problems, or anyway, it was less fun to use Minecraft and just make a mod of Algolia inside. I thought it was better to use web technologies to rebuild a Minecraft-like experience and to mix it with Algolia. So without further ado, let's dive in, and it's demo time. So keep in mind that it's a demo it's a live demo. So if there is any issues, we'll call it the demo effect. So when you go on AlgoCraft, this is what you will be greeted with. So it's a small welcome screen where you can pass it a name. So let's say hello DevBit 25, and then you can pass it a seed. So this is my seed, and then from there I can create my world. My world is generating right now, and welcome into my tiny AlgoCraft world. So you have all the features that you can find in Minecraft. You can select blocks, you can break them. Of course, you can create some other blocks. You can use some wood or some stones. Let's remove that. Let's remove everything. And for the sake of the demo, let's make a tiny glass wall. It will come in handy later. So yeah, this is basically a simplified version of Minecraft that I built with Three.js. And you might wonder, but Lucas, what does Algolia have to do inside this? So let's say it's a fully functioning game and you want to search for something. So I've created these tiny blocks that I call the Algo block. So it's just a small block with a Algolia logo on it. And oh, look, it's me as the sun of my little world, because why not? I've made this, I can do whatever I want in it. So back to the algo block. So this is my algo block. And if I look for something, I can just click it. And now I'm prompted with a small search interface. So for the sake of the demo, I've used an index containing data from a Steam database. So shout out to steamdb.info. We took the data from the site and we put it in an Algolia index. So where I'm showing a video game, it's better to use a video game index. So now let's say I'm going to type in Minecraft and then I'm going to search for it. And whoa, the Minecraft block just fell down from the sky. So this is a hit actually. And I can, to get some more information about it, I can just click it. And now I have some game details. So it's great, blah, blah, blah. It's a game. There's a link to a website. But yeah, I'm not interested about this now. So yeah, here I have one result. But what if I wanted to have more results? Well, I can just open my tiny logger box, which is actually too tiny. So I'm going to dock it on the side. I'm going to expand it, enlarge the text, and now we're ready. So here I'm going to type in a query. So /search, this is my command. Now I'm going to type the query. So let's type games. This is the word I'm going to look for. I want 100 results, and I want them stacked on a 10 by 10 wall. Then I press enter. I close my logger box, and my it starts falling from the sky. It's great. We can go around them. It's nice. I can get some information about that game. Super nice. Cool game. I don't know it, but you might know about it. Hope. And as you can see, it follows the world generated. So it will go on top of blocks. Oops, I've created some water here. That's a demo effect. And now let's say I want to clear my results. So I'm just going to go here, put on some TNT instead of clearing them with a command. Oops. And I'm just going to click on my TNT and we'll go back behind my wall just in case I don't want to get any damage. And boom, my results are clearing. They are no longer in the voxel grid. I no longer have my result on my algo block. So it's great. I can keep on my working on my adventure. I can do whatever I want in my tiny world, like dig a hole or whatever. So yeah, that was the demo of AlgoCraft. Back to the slides. So what did I use to create AlgoCraft? So as I said earlier, or I might have missed this information, but I work a lot with React. So I use React. I use Algolia, of course, because to integrate the search. And I use Fiber, which is a version of Three.js that works in React. I'm not so knowledgeable about Three.js. I took a few courses. I've built the infamous donut, and I've I've made some things here and there with Three.js. But to make a project of this amplitude, I used Cursor. Of course, I used AI because I could have written something similar in a lot more time, and Cursor just helped me going faster and wrote thousands of lines of code for me. Now, you might be wondering, why use Algolia in a 3D world? Well, first of all, Algolia is API first. Due to the API first nature, it's really easy to integrate Algolia in any web context ever. Like you can use it on a website, you can use it on a documentation, on your blog, on your personal website, on your service website, you name it, you can use Algolia with it because Algolia just sends you back JSON, and with that JSON, you can do whatever you want. As you've seen, Algolia is super fast. So I typed in my query, the result flowed in. Like there's no waiting time. You can use Algolia in any context due to that. And Algolia got a lot of features you can leverage. And that's really a super interesting way to use Algolia. It's to explore the features, but I will expand on that later. So how I did AlgoCraft. So first of all, I used Three.js to generate a voxel world. But prior to that, I did a lot of research and I read a lot of articles and I checked a lot of demos to understand how a voxel world could be rendered in an efficient way, because there's a lot more behind the scenes than what you can see. And when I say that I read a lot of articles and checked a lot of demos, my Google Chrome history can attest that. As you can see, I started back in April. Actually, I started in February, but this was just a screenshot from April, and I dived into a lot of Minecraft content. I went to check a lot of Minecraft GitHub project to see how they handle the world generation. And plus making that in Three.js, even with cursor, was not so easy. So I watched a lot of Minecraft content. I dived into a Minecraft and voxel rabbit hole, and it was honestly amazing. I was breathing Minecraft, eating Minecraft, dreaming Minecraft, and I loved it. I loved it like every second of the trip. Also, I've read a lot of blog posts, blog articles, and especially shout out to this guy, Alan Zucconi. So he is a game developer, game designer, AI engineer that writes a lot about video games and that unfolds the secrets of video games. And this piece of article called "The World Generation of Minecraft" was really a gold mine for me. And honestly, shout out to that guy because he's writing a lot of great content. Then, when I had like the basic of how to create a 3D world with voxels in my head, I started working on it. So this is one of the first version of AlgoCraft. So first, I wanted to make sure that I could generate a terrain world with voxels. Then I started implementing implementing some features. So digging holes, creating blocks. The red square you can see on the screen is my block selector. So I did some tests, a lot of tests. I started using a splash screen with where you could enter a seed, because you might don't know it, but Minecraft is deterministic, which means that when you enter a seed, it will generate a world procedurally. And if you reuse the same seed, it's always going to be the same world working, and same world appearing. And I thought it was so cool to generate worlds this way. So then I started implementing other blocks, grass block, ground blocks, stone block, wood block, and then the famous algo block. Then I changed a bit the UI. I tried different things. I put algo blocks everywhere. What you can see on the top right is the mini map that I used. So I stopped using it because I had some issues with it. But basically, what you can see right now is the result of the Perlin noise algorithm that I used to generate the terrain. And when I had like the basics ready, I started implementing Algolia search into it. So you have to understand that using Algolia was the easy part. Because if you're here, it means that you might already know Algolia, and Algolia is really easy to use. The developer experience of Algolia is really easy to understand. And the hard part was really, at least for me, working with Three.js and making sure that Three.js rendered the 3D world efficiently. And using Algolia was the easy part. And honestly, the only Algolia function I used in my code was this one. I just exposed a search function that used the search method, takes the index name, the query I typed, So either in a small UI or with the command, and then I pass it the it I want, and this function only returns raw JSON. And then to create a cube with an image on it as a texture, I used a function like this. So if you're familiar with Three.js, you might know what a mesh standard material is. It's a method that allows you to put texture or to put like colors on a shape, on a volume. And here, as you can see, I have a file with a lot of conditional declaration. And if the doc type of my block, the block type of my block is the Algolia search, then I take the search result header image attribute from the search result. I make it a constant, which is texture URL, and then I pass it to the map of the mesh standard material. So now, what if Algolia wasn't just a search box? I said it before. I did a lot of demos for Algolia, and I was a bit. I wanted to do just something more than a flat UI. Algolia is so much more than can do so much more than living in a flat UI. Like you can use the features of Algolia to create amazing experience. What if real events at space? What if you could walk through your results? Imagine an experience where you type in a search in a 3D world, and the most relevant information is closer to you. The less relevant is further, so you can just traverse, walk to the less relevant items. Search can be spatial, playful, and alive. You don't have to use Algolia to make the basic websites using a search bar and just flat results. You can really leverage this API first way of doing things and this JSON format to generate whatever you want, even in the video games. You could think that, for instance, you want to rebuild a Minecraft-like experience, and you have items you can search for, but they can only get unlocked if the character has a certain level. You can use the level as a filter. Let's say you want a diamond block. The diamond block is only available for level 3. You get the level of your character, and when you perform a search, it becomes a filter. The biome can be a filter. You're in a snowy mountain and you look for something, you will only have snowy items for snow. I mean, you name it. You're the developers, you're the creative ones, you are the ones that can leverage the power of Algolia to make something much more creative than just a flat UI. So thank you. That's it for me. You can find me online with my handle LuckyVG pretty much everywhere. I hope I will have some questions about it, because I only had 15 minutes and I think I'm probably over time, but I only had 15 minutes to talk about this project that took a lot of time of my life recently. And it's on GitHub. I would love to collaborate with you on making this much more advanced than it is right now. You can feel free to message me on social media, Twitter, Instagram, or even the Algolia Discord. I'm here to answer. And just a special word, I was told I could say it, but this will be my final Algolia demo, because I'm leaving the company in a couple of days. So if there's people here that followed all my talks since the beginning, thank you. And don't hesitate to reach out if you have any questions about AlgoCraft. I'm passionate about this project, and I'll be glad to talk to you about it.
Right on, Lucky. I've loved all of these demos. Every time it makes me smile. And although we're going to miss having you doing stuff inside Algolia, I know you're going to continue doing amazing, amazing things. We've got some questions. First one is, where do you get your inspiration?
So I really love Minecraft. That's I don't know, like I have kind of a creative mind, and Minecraft, like these kind of sandbox games, are really like the one that I spent much more time. You know, when I was a kid, I was playing Age of Empire, but just to create maps. And games like Minecraft really empower my creativity. And you know, like we discussed different demos I could work on, and I don't know, like the Voxel one was really the logical following of all of my pixel demos. So yeah, that's where I got the idea, and I think that Minecraft is an awesome game. And yeah, and I really wanted to make my own Minecraft version, and I actually learned a lot by doing it. So yeah.
Right on. Awesome. And people want to keep following you. They want to make sure they can keep up with you. So Luki VJ on most social medias. You're on the Discord from time to time, right?
Yes.
So I'm sure
Yeah.
you'll be popping in to say hi, regardless of what you do next.
Yeah.
And yeah, no, we're just really excited. I know I'm going to be following along, and just because Luki's not here doesn't necessarily mean that he won't be popping in at a DevCon or a live coding session later. So we wish you all the best, and thank you, Luki.
My pleasure. Bye.